Dana White saying that they brought Darren Till on too early. Where's the quote? I'm looking for it right now.
Yeah. Read it out.
Right here. He's a young guy. After the win over Donald Cerrone, we may have pushed him too soon. It happens sometimes when a guy gets that much steam behind him. Pump the brakes a little here. Let's get him back and work on things that he needs to work on. He's going to be around. Yeah, I mean, I agree with that. I think that they take a chance sometimes. Sometimes it works. Sometimes it's John Jones and they give him the title shot on however many days notice and they put him right in and and then most of the time it doesn't work. Most of the time it's they don't, figure out the next big thing. And that's why they take so many chances on so many guys. You sort of see the guys that they're starting to push. They start to push a little more and then they lose and then they move over to the next guy. The UFC yes, they're a fight promotion, but they are a marketing company first and foremost, and they're really, really good at building brands. So I think it's great that Dana White admitted that even, because usually they never sort of backpedal on things.
Yeah, well, first and foremost, the UFC is a production company. Just to correct you there, they produce a lot of TV content as well as fights, but the fights are basically the byproduct of the TV commitments that they have. They put on fights which they sell on TV and sell on pay-per-view. The production comes first, the fights come second, but the cash comes rolling in from all angles. So he's right. I agree. That said, it wasn't incorrect because Darren Till has the ability, right? And he went out there and he beat Donald Cerrone. I know Dana mentioned that in the quote. He said he beat Donald Cerrone, and sometimes when guys beat Donald Cerrone, that means they're at that level and they're ready. That's not to say that he wasn't at that level, but it's because of that win that propelled him. And, Cerrone's a beast. Cerrone is one of the most popular fighters in the UFC, right? In the entire sport. So the fact that he went out there and destroyed Cerrone so easily, it was like, fuck, and his star was building, and everybody was talking about him. So they're like, God, that handsome, charismatic, amazing fighter from England retired. We need somebody else. I forget the guy's name now, but he was really good. I forget his name.
Ross Pearson?
Yeah, that was it. Ross Pearson retired, and they needed someone else to fill the void. So, and I'm joking, but no, I mean, he had all the makings of being a champion. And then not to mention, he followed that win up with a win over Stephen Wonderboy Thompson. It was very close, but Tyron Woodley had two incredibly close fights with Stephen Wonderboy Thompson. Wonderboy's definitely there. He's at that level. He's one of the best in the world and a very tricky customer and a tricky style. And if Till and Tyron fought another 5 times, I guarantee the outcome would be different. I'm not saying Till would beat him. I'm just saying I doubt it would be so one way. You know what I mean? And then, of course, he followed it up with a loss to Masvidal, which really hurt his stock. But the thing for Till, what is he? I think he's like 26. He's still very, very young, So let him take some time, recover, take some time off. He'll be back.
Yeah, and who knows? Look, if Jorge Masvidal beats Ben Askren this weekend, well, here we go. Now Masvidal's the next title contender. Now the only 2 losses that Darren Till has are against the next title contender and then the last champion. I mean, you can't. The UFC was 100% right to push Till. I mean, when you're only losing to the absolute best of the best, here's a weird position to be in, right? When you're a guy like that, where it's a super competitive division. It's almost like an any given Sunday factor where any of these guys could beat the other guy under the right circumstances, right? That's a really high pressure, sort of crazy position to be in. Who just retired? Who's there? Oh, Alexander Gustafsson. He's sort of been in that position for a very, very long time. It has to be extremely frustrating because you're like, shit, dude, I could be the champion right now. I could be a household name, but the stars didn't necessarily align. And that has to be a little bit tougher than maybe somebody coming to terms with the fact that they're not the absolute best in the world, but this is their career. And they're like, this is awesome. I get to fight for a living. I'll never be the best, but fuck it. I've come to terms with that already and I'm gonna make a lot of money and I'm gonna, party and do what I do. But I think the guys that are right there in the top 2 or 3 guys that are just sort of like fighting for that top thing, that type of pressure must really fuck with you after a little while.
Oh yeah, definitely does. It's a hard thing to deal with, but just going back to Till, I mean, the thing is this, Jesus, if he is 26, I think he is 26.
He is.
I didn't start mixed martial arts training until I was 26. You know, I took years off from martial arts and floated around, acted like an idiot, you know, partying. I had a family and this and that, working dead-end jobs. And then I decided I needed to make something of my life. And by the way, you can hear all about this in depth in Quitters Never Win, available next month, but you can pre-order on Amazon. Anyway.
Did you do the reading of it? Who does the audiobook version?
Me.
You do?
It's due at the end of the month. We're almost at the end of the month, and I haven't even started.
You haven't even learned how to read.
I'm like, what program do I use? Oh my God. I'm like, you want to see this podcast on the road? Okay, it's not easy. We'll get back to Darren Till in a second. I tried last week when I was in Greenville, right? This very microphone, I had it plugged in and they told me some kind of program to use, but I thought, fuck it, I'll just use GarageBand. I'm a little more familiar with that. So I started sitting there, and it's not easy because you sit there and you go, I'm going to scroll up on the fucking page. Quitters Never Win by Michael Bisping with Anthony Evans. I'm like, no, that's crap. Just go back. Quitters Never Win by Michael Bisping and Anthony Evans. I'm like,
Quitters never win.
Quitters never win. I'm like, well, it's too aggressive. I'm like, fuck. Anyway, and then you scroll down, then it's got the dedication. I won't say who the dedication is. I'm like, so I do it. I'm like, it's not heartfelt enough. And then I just think, fuck it. I just got to go. Otherwise, I'm going to get nowhere. So I start reading. And as I'm reading it, knock on the door. Fucking housekeeping. I'm like, fuck. And like on the recording, you could just hear me going, fuck, shit, fuck, Jesus Christ. Yeah, no. I'm good, thanks. I'm good. And then I go and put like do not disturb on the thing. So I start again. Quitters Never Win with Michael Bisping. Blah, 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 blah. Brr, brr, phone start. For fuck's sake. This is what you hear. So when I send the audio files, they're going to be like, wow, this guy is out of his mind. So anyway, I did like 3 chapters and I said, you know what? Fuck this. I need a beer. So if you are listening, Penguin Publishers in the UK, which I very, very much doubt you are, it's coming, doggies. But just be patient.
Relax, baby boys. Ease up, Penguin. Stop being such bitches.
Yeah, those goddamn Penguins. Anyway, going back to Darren Till. Darren Till's 26 years old. I hadn't even started when I was 26. Look at my career. Not that I'm trying to say, hey, be inspired by me. But I had many, many setbacks along the way. I lost multiple number 1 contender matchups. But I refused to believe that I wouldn't be champion. I knew I was good enough. If Darren has that same mindset. He's certainly got the skills. He's got the team. Just got to use this a little bit. And he will be a champion one day. Mark my words.
Maybe he'll be willing to do the audio version of your book. You could hire him. He's got a great voice.
All right, fucking Quitters Never Win, you know. It's fucking Mikey B, yeah. Quitters never win. Listen, dickhead. Quitters don't fucking win, all right? And it's by Mikey fucking Bisping, right? So anyway, there I was. I'm walking down the street. Right? I gotta get into MMA, you kidder, right? So I go find a gym, right? And I walk in and I'm like, you know, this is all right. I can have a go. I'm all right at this fucking punching shit, like, you know. So there you go. The end. Deal with it, you dickhead.
Dude, can you please read your book? Each chapter should be a different impression. So George St. Pierre does the chapter about him.
You know, it was Tuesday, and I said to myself, I'm being a little intoxicated. Yeah, and then who else could we have?
Uriah Faber could read chapter 7.
We got Uriah Faber, and we got to Francis Ngannou, even though that's not very good, but I did that before. So yeah, there you go. There you go.
I never felt so much like